It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And the pregame warm-ups are wrapping up out in Houston, where it'll be the Rockets going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. Checking out the Clippers, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. We'll be expecting a major air raid here in tonight's game. Two teams that live and die by the long ball. Shaq, we talk about how great three-point shooting helps you spread the floor. Tell us why that's a good idea.
Ernie, extra space can lead to more open shots. And when the guys are knocking them down, it makes it harder to double guys on the block.
But you think about it, Ernie. When you can shoot that three ball, that means the defense has to come out, which creates so many driving lanes and mismatches all over the floor. This is one for the ages.
That's how they beat us in 94-95.
Oh, yeah. we started that.
Yeah.
We started that.
With Kenny's long-range marksmanship.
Yep.
Game's just about ready to start. Time now to send it to Kevin Harlan with the call.
I stopped counting after 7.
That's a record, right?
Yeah, I stopped counting.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The Star-Spangled Banner, sung by musical artist Linda Lynn. Welcome, everyone, to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. Looking at the last game for the Houston Rockets, it was a win against the Lakers.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, James Harden is a great offensive player, but there's no mistaking it. He does dominate the ball. Now, that can bother teammates sometimes, but Coach Mike D'Antoni says when they feel that paycheck every 2 weeks, that should make them play hard. You have to be a star in your role. So when James gets the ball to you, shoot it, and then run back and play hard as heck. Kevin?
Thanks. He's a great passer, David. There's no doubt he can set the table. And these are both veteran teams, Steve. They've been around. A game like this is a test of wits as much as anything.
They understand what it takes to win. They understand how to will themselves into wins. They understand you can't make mistakes mentally. Veterans, they know how to pull it out. They want to keep it close, and they feel they can win at the end.
So the Clippers win the tip. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Gallinari. Jordan is out there with Harris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Bradley in at the shooting guard position.
That is a big body to fight through. DeAndre Jordan, imposing presence.
Paul with the ball. Boy, he was something else against the Lakers. Bradley against Harden. 5 on the clock. Ariza no up. And it's the Clippers' ball. It's a 3-point game. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, and some nights, the starters carry the load, and then there's others when it's about the bench. That night, the bench won out.
Sometimes when you go to your second unit, sometimes the offense can bog down. Not that night.
Anderson the screen. Capella sets a screen for Ariza. Gallinari with the steal. And here's the fast break. Gallinari leading the way. Good work defensively by Capella.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense.
Ariza. Rebound by the Clippers.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And it's slammed in by Ariza.
Yeah, and credit Ariza for just staying active and coming up with the steal on that one. He was on the prowl and ready to catch him napping.
Pass to Bradley. Puts it up from 15. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Bradley's got 7 points in the game.
He always has the green light to take those kinds of shots because he is absolutely lethal from there.
Ariza against Gallinari. And it's blocked by Jordan.
One of the premier shot blockers in the game. DJ showing the gift off.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
That's about as violent as a rim rocker as it gets. A real confidence builder.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Clippers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And Beverly kicks to Jordan. They set the screen. Here's Harris. Pass to Beverly. Jordan the screen. Outside Bradley. Jordan sets the pick for Bradley. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Now here's Paul. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Ariza dishes to Paul. And it's blocked by Jordan. To the paint, here's Gallinari. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Leaving no doubt about that one. Gallinari active, getting to the rim.
And he gets it to go.
And that had to be a defensive mix-up. They know he can hit from that spot.
Yeah, a big miscommunication early. They allow his first points of the day.
Now here's Beverly. Ariza with the rebound. Here's Paul. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. It's good.
No hesitation from Chris Paul, getting the basketball to the open man quickly.
Los Angeles leading by 5. And Beverly kicks to Bradley. Jordan the screen. Inside. It's stolen by Capella. Harden against Bradley. Harden the pass to Anderson. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
All against Beverly. Dishes it to Jordan. In the corner, it's Harris. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Harris has got 5.
We know Harris is good off the dribble. Now becoming equally adept at the catch and shoot.
And Tobias Harris, the former Tennessee Volunteer. You would think a player who has been so efficient, Steve, on offense his whole career wouldn't have bounced around as much as he has.
It is surprising how much he's changed teams. Always a factor on offense, and he doesn't need many touches. If I'm a coach, I love to have him as an option.
Here's Beverly. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Phoenix. He dishes it to Bradley. Rebounded by Capella.
I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
Harden can't hit. Clippers leading by 6. Now Beverly still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The 3 from Bradley. Bradley with another miss. Rockets have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Harris. Well, Steve, when you think about leaders and players who mean as much for the mental game of their team as their coach, you know, Chris Paul right at the top of that list. He has always been a vocal floor general his whole career.
You're totally right. Paul is very aware of everything that is going on in a game. Can get in a teammate's face if they have a mental lapse. Not always an easy pill to swallow, but all players respect Chris Paul's leadership.
And he makes the first.
Chris Paul is a fun player to watch. The reason why, I love that he can shoot it, but he's one of the best passers in the history of the game.
And so Paul nails both of them. And as we get into the meat of the NBA season, wear and tear starting to factor in for rotation players. See just how hard can playing 36 minutes a night, every game be in a body.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of wear and tear, and a lot of times you get a chance to see it at the end of the season in the playoffs. So if you can keep some of these star players and all players around 36, 35, 34, and then let them play a little bit longer in playoffs, that's what you're trying to do as a coaching staff.
I'm looking back here. You played almost 40 minutes a game back in the late 90s. Wow.
That's why I'm sitting here right next to you right now, Kevin.
That's right.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Beverly dishes to Gallinari. Back to Beverly. Buries it from three-point range. Beverly's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
Paul outside. Passes it to Harden. It's Ariza on the wing. And it's blocked.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverly is a great shot blocker.
Here's Bradley. They get it again. Harris. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Rockets trail by 7. And it's Paul penetrating. Comes up empty down low. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range.
Well, what did Coach tell us? We wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw.
Well, across the board last season, James Harden, Greg, saw his numbers jump through the roof, but he showed improvement both in his defensive engagement as well as his rebounding. Not something that a lot of us saw coming.
Yeah, that's a good point. And with Harden, I think the rebounding is the really surprising number. Went from being an average rebounding guard to a great one the last few seasons. He's been showing more of a dedication to all aspects of the game.
And the first one drops. Well, you knew with all the potential free agents with the Clippers last offseason, they could look different this year. And you can't avoid change, as we all know, in the NBA.
You're so right, Kevin. A very different team makeup now for the Clippers. Hard to replace a player like Chris Paul. We'll see what this new look roster can do.
And both free throws good for James Harden.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
And the pass to Marjanovic. Here's Teodosic, and stolen by Gordon. 3-on-3. Here is Mbamute, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Clippers.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And Mbamute, the former UCLA Bruin, has made a name for himself with his play on the defensive end. He can match up well, Steve, with a number of positions and always does a good job.
He does. Luke Mbamute doesn't get a ton of points, but he's always on the floor for his defense. Will always have a place in a rotation with how he plays D.
And he's good on the second. Los Angeles leading by 4. Kicks to Williams. Shoots over Tucker, and again it's the Clippers missing.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
The feed to Nene. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
Wow, he had it at point-blank range, but the defense was all over him.
Shots good by Williams.
You know, he's still a streaky shooter, but Lou Williams has refined his jumper to the point where it's much more consistent.
And Tucker kicks to Gordon. Launches it. Doesn't go for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. For 3, Williams does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Right side, Gordon. The dish to Mbamute. Kicks it out to Johnson. Beyond the arc. But they recover it.
And that jumper of Johnson is pure. I mean, doesn't pay the defense any mind, even when they're right up on it.
Teodosic, the pass to Harrell. Here's Teodosic. He's guarded by Johnson. Marjanovic, a screen on Gordon. Feeds to Harrell. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Teodosic. Dives for it. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here are the top shooters from deep this month. These guys have been raining down threes lately. 4th, Ryan Anderson, and of course Austin Rivers.
I mean, the shooting range of these two guys has probably been the most impressive. There's not a spot on the floor they can't hit from.
Teodosic, the pass to Williams. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Harrell setting the pick for Williams. Back to Marjanovic. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Rivers. Over in the corner, Williams. Got a piece of it.
Well, this whole period for him, it's been challenging. You can tell he's starting to press.
Rockets trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And here's Tucker. 11-point game his last outing. And Mbamute dishes to Nene. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Gordon kicks to Nene. Screen by Mbamute. Tucker, the pass to Johnson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got his first points of the night. Clippers leading by 4. 1:19 left in the first quarter. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Floats one. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Here's Teodosic. He had 13 points in the win against Phoenix.
You've got to be on exactly the same page to connect on that long of an alley-oop.
Yeah, and even then, it's a tough play. Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Now, here's Tucker. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
That's one of those where you think you've got it, you relax for just a second, and then you're kicking yourself.
Here's the break. Williams with the defensive effort. Here's Rivers. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Rivers has got his first basket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now here's Mbamute. Defense is right there. .11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Johnson the screen. Nene outside with 1 on the clock and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And that does it for the first quarter. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 6. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And you talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Fortunately, I've always been vertically challenged, so I've never had to play power forward or center on anybody's team. I've been passing and getting into the lane, dishing the ball off to a teammate, helping people score my entire career.
Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific play.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
That's their mindset, and these extra possessions have been converted into a lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Harrell, Teodosic out there with Lou Williams. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot. And it's Gordon missing.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
And Tucker has it in the corner. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Tucker's got 5 now.
I can't understand in the midst of a game you leave an elite shooter this wide open.
Williams passes to Teodosic. Back to Williams. Marjanovic with a screen for Williams. Tries again, and Marjanovic with the layup. And the Clippers lead by 8.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Screen by Mbamute. Gordon dishes to Mbamute. And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And now a 10-point Clipper lead.
Not many guys change end to end faster than Lou. Hard to match up with in the open floor.
Nene, the screen. Here's Gordon. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Eric Gordon has long been noted as a terrific shooter, but I felt like he was able to display just how great he can be last season. Had that green light whenever he was on the floor, and really near the top of the league in terms of threes attempted and made.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
That free throw good from Eric Gordon. And for Gordon, he's been a great catch-and-shoot player in the past, Greg. The difference last season was the improvement in his pull-up threes.
And there is a world of difference between shooting a 3 off the pass as opposed to off the dribble. The pull-up threes are what make players like Steph Curry so hard to guard. And when Gordon added that to his game, I think it helped his overall ability to score the basketball.
Steve, as a player, do analytics give you a path to say, you know, I should change and lean more toward this, or I should stop doing that because I'm better at this? Does that ever enter a player's mind, you think?
Hey, Kevin, I think guys should look at these numbers. When you're saying from this spot you're shooting 20%, stop shooting from that spot. If from this shot you're shooting 80%, you might want to get to that spot. So, and I think that in those cases, yes, analytics work. And when you're shooting a 3 and you're shooting about 30%, you need to step in.
Gordon with a screen on Gallinari. Clock at 4. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, from a legacy perspective, Chris Paul is just incredible. Career averages of 19 and 10. He just produces at a high level for his team every single season.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And for Paul, the numbers back up what many say, which is he is one of the best point guards ever to play. Last year, it was 18 points and 9 assists a game. Visually, Steve, he passes the eye test on the court.
Yes, he does. He has established himself as one of the best all-around point guards to ever play. His ability to create for himself and others and shoot it at a high level. And he's great defensively as well.
And so Paul nails both of them.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
From out beyond the arc, Bradley getting more confident each year.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And Avery Bradley won the national high school title at Findlay Prep and was considered a top 5 prospect. Some had him even at number 1, and still after one season at Texas, he fell to the Celtics at 19 in that 2010 draft. All right, a chance to check out stats for Harden. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 2nd in scoring, 9th in three-point field goal percentage. And he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will, 2nd best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley. And Bradley, a great athlete. He won the dunk contest in high school, terrific player, but he's not a big highlight player, it seems, in the NBA, Greg.
Yeah, you know, his strength and explosiveness more on display defensively, and that's been his meal ticket. He's added skill, though. He's turned the corner and has become a two-way threat. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Rockets trail by 13. Fires from the line. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 6 points for Chris Paul.
Well, he's so efficient with the mid-range jumper. Few point guards have done it as well as Chris Paul.
Stolen by Harden. Back to Capella. And stolen by Jordan. Capella kicks to Anderson. Over Harris. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Lays it up off the glass. Harris has got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
Difficult to stop inside. Harris with the excellent feel and touch around the basket.
Here's Harden. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the paint, stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Ariza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. Beverly the pass to Bradley. Jordan with a screen on Harden. Bradley against Harden. Jordan sets the pick for Gallinari. Clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Clint Capella. And as good as Gallinari can be on the offensive side, Greg, he's a bit of a one-way player.
Yeah, and Gallinari is best in a situation where you can kind of hide him on defense. You want him out there on the floor due to his genius in terms of the offensive game, but he can't hang with most starting caliber forwards defensively.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Gallinari. Steve, they say the defense wins championships. Talk about the value of communication on the floor when it comes to a team playing great team defense.
I think, Kevin, for fans and especially young kids out there, watch the great teams, the teams that are winning championships. They communicate. The teams that are not winning, you can see on the bench, not a lot of guys are talking. You don't see communication with players and coaches. The teams that win, they are a constant chatter about making the right play and also criticizing each other, but constructive criticism.
Did you learn that watching other teams that were great as they were at the top of their game and you guys were a developing team and you were a developing player?
I think for me, at a young age, getting a chance to watch the Detroit Pistons, being from Detroit, hanging around Joe Dumars, Isaiah Thomas, and obviously the late, great Chuck Daly, they were in constant communication, and they won, so that helped me be able to develop my communication skills.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw good from Avery Bradley.
Here you have the consummate pro. Rare to see Avery Bradley complain or give anything less than 100%.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And one thing that is quite clear with the Rockets in terms of their approach is their shot selection. They prefer easy layups or threes. Very rarely will you see them play that in-between game.
Now here's Ariza. He had 19 points in the win against the Lakers.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And that shot selection, a systematic approach by the whole Houston organization. Greg, as a team, they actually took less mid-range jump shots than DeMar DeRozan did individually last season.
Yeah, and it wasn't even close. I mean, the approach Houston has made successful the last few seasons, they are 100% committed to not taking mid-range shots if they can help it.
Free throw drops for Ariza. Clippers leading by 10. Beverly dishes to Bradley. Jordan the screen. Outside Bradley. A floater. Jordan. It's good on the putback.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Hey, Greg, when you look at all the dunks that DeAndre Jordan has on his resume, it's pretty impressive.
And Jordan, I feel, is even underrated with his dunking ability. Very agile. You can see that in warm-ups as well as the dunk contest. His unmatched power when attacking the rim, really unprecedented. He may be the best athlete in the league.
Anderson wide open. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got assist number 5 here tonight. Harris setting the pick for Beverly. He feeds it to Harris. Over Anderson. Not enough on that one as it misses. Rockets trail by 10. Harden kicks to Anderson. It's stolen by Harris. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Now here's Paul. 8 points for him. He kicks it to Capella. And here's Harden for 3. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
And with Harden, it's pick your poison. Not only a tenacious penetrator, but also a consistent threat from 3-point.
Harris misses.
And just not able to find the target from 3-point range here in the 2nd quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the 1st.
Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's the teardrop, and Capella sends it back. Paul with the ball. The Clippers grab the miss. Jordan's got 8 rebounds in this game.
He's being aggressive, trying to turn around the team's fortunes, but he's having a hard time executing.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up.
Shot's good.
A great opportunity for a 3-point play. And Steve, in your playing days, you always struck that balance, I always thought, between calling your own number and creating for teammates. That's a real gift.
It is, and I think the value of playing winning basketball, Kevin, is whatever play dictates making your teammates better or making the winning play. I think a lot of guys right now get caught up in stats. Whatever's the play to help your team win, that's the play that needs to be made.
Yeah, well said. And that one misses.
And when you watch this Rockets team, you can see just how explosive they are on the offensive end. Almost everyone on the floor can hurt you from deep, and they all know their role and execute it to a T.
Now here is Harris. Harden missing his last shot. Jordan the screen. Bradley, no one around him. Offensive rebound. That one goes in. 6 points for Jordan.
Can't let DeAndre get loose near the rim. He's very good at tracking down those rebounds.
Harden against Bradley. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from James Harden. L.A. has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And last season, the Rockets' offense was incredible. Then they go and add Chris Paul.
They can run a team off the floor if they get hot. 2 great playmakers in Paul and Harden. And making a move for Paul made a lot of teams fear what the Rockets can do now on offense. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
It's Bradley on the wing. Dishes it to Jordan. Back to Bradley. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
The Clippers have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. And the first one drops. Well, like so many teams in the NBA, Steve, the Clippers have also acquired the right to run an NBA G League team this season. Always a move that helps the NBA franchise long term.
Yeah, it does. And for the Clippers who have an older group, it makes a lot of sense. Get more minutes for their young draftees to develop. Definitely a big plus for the Clippers going forward.
Both free throws good from Avery Bradley.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
And so Mike D'Antoni has had enough. Timeout.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Teodosic just checked in. Now here's Gordon. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers. Nene, the pass to Harden. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Marjanovic has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Williams dishes to Rivers. Marjanovic, a screen on Harden. Stolen by Harden. Now Tucker. He's got 5. And Mbamute kicks to Harden.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Harden.
Remember back in 2012, James Harden was the 6th man of the year. Now he's every bit the franchise player.
And both free throws good for James Harden. Los Angeles leading by 9. Teodosic, the pass to Marjanovic. He dishes it to Rivers. Here's Harrell. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Harrell's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Outside Gordon. Williams against Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Tucker. They get it back.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
And here is Los Angeles now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. There's a screen by Williams. Pass to Marjanovic. Williams against Gordon. With a step back. That one off the back iron and out. Rockets trail by 9. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Here's Teodosic, guarded by Harden. There's 47 seconds left here in the second. Count the basket.
No one rotating over to help on the mismatch. Easy lay-in.
On the wing, Gordon. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And here is Los Angeles now. James Harden getting it to go from deep. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Marjanovic. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against Houston. The Clippers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. That one is off. Good on the second free throw. Rockets trail by 9.
And when you can't hold for the last possession, that's what you want to try and do.
Patience and execution. You need both here. We'll see what they run.
Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Gordon's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Doc. Why are you getting the pace that you got right now?
Because we're running. You know, we're pushing the ball up the floor, but it's still a close game. And it's really loose balls, our turnovers, and offensive rebounds. So we got to do a better job there.
I know you guys always look at that 50-50 ball. Thanks, Doc. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. Right out of the gates, it was the Clippers setting the tone. Tenacious on both ends of the floor, they took command early with a 13-2 run. They ended up leading by 6 at the end of the first quarter. Then, in a tight battle through the second quarter, they actually extended their advantage a little, heading into the half up by 7. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. You know, that part of the game is pretty when it's going in. We've seen plenty of teams try that and fail. You got to have a balanced approach. And tonight, they found a ton of success inside. Basketball and championships are won inside out. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Well, the differential in rebounding was huge. And it goes back to the fundamentals, blocking out and just maintaining position. Instead, they went to the lazy man's route, flying in the air, trying to steal rebounds. Well, that didn't work. No one is going to give you an easy rebound. They need to show some fight.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
Welcome back to the Toyota Center, everyone. That's a look at our broadcast location tonight here in downtown Houston, Texas. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Well, he's one of those guys. When he's being aggressive, officials give him the benefit of the doubt.
Rockets trail by 7. Ariza and Anderson holding down the forward spots. The two pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Yeah, they're having a tough time containing Harden here tonight. No surprise there.
The 3 from Bradley buries the long-range jumper. Bradley's got 19 points.
Oh, okay, it's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
They set the pick. Capella with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And it's blocked by Bradley.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Left side, Harris over Anderson. Harris misses. The Rockets shooting well. They're at 45%. Here's Paul, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
The Clippers with another early playoff exit last season. You still have to like the core of this team. Window might be closing, but they're always competitive.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Free throw good, Paul. And Steve, tough to lose Chris Paul, but what do you like with this new roster in Los Angeles with the Clippers?
Well, Kevin, they did sign Danilo Gallinari. That gives them some size and shooting on the perimeter. They added depth in the backcourt without Chris Paul. They added Patrick Beverley and others. They'll look to do it by committee.
And so Paul nails both of them. And last year, one of the bigger surprises in the NBA, the Houston Rockets.
And remember, absent Dwight Howard, a lot of people thought maybe they're going to take a step back. And in the year where several other super teams in the league kind of took a step forward, the Rockets were able to hold their own. The team has a system that works, and they have bought into it. And top to bottom, they've been making smart decisions.
Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Size and strength of DeAndre Jordan, brushing off the defender.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Here's Ariza. That doesn't go either for Ariza. Los Angeles leading by 7. Gallinari with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Paul kicks to Ariza. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Ariza's got 10 points.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Beverly dishes to Bradley. They set the pick. There's Gallinari with the 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
A consistent shooter. Gallinari can light the tree from deep.
Harden kicks to Anderson. A three-pointer off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Bradley. The Rockets pull it in. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. To the inside. It's stolen by Bradley. Here's Harris. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Paul passes to Capella. And Jordan sends it back. And now the Clippers on the break. Bradley's got the ball. Jordan dishes to Beverly. It's good. And now an 11-point Los Angeles lead.
When he's not shooting threes, you'll find Patrick Beverly at the rim.
Now a timeout called by Houston. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Now Gallinari. Trevor Ariza missing from long range. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Jordan the screen. Off the screen. Goes back up. No good that time. Good work defensively by Capella. Beverly against Paul. Ariza kicks to Anderson. Will it go? Avery Bradley pulls it in. Los Angeles leading by 11. Here's Gallinari, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
The slashing ability of Gallinari. They like to put the ball in his hands and let him go to work.
And here is Paul. He's got 10. Paul, a screen on Jordan. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Here's Beverly. Outside Bradley. Jordan the screen. A baseline J. Here's Paul, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And as a defender trying to stop the drive, Chris Paul shifts gears so well, it's hard to beat him to the spot.
He's made all 6 of his tries at the line so far.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw drops for Paul. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And the new CBA hammered out Smitty last season between the league and the players. It really seemed to get done. Adam Silver, a terrific job. Chris Paul leading the players' side. They got together early and seemed to be much more cordial in their negotiations. I think that's a wonderful sign.
I think the game is in good hands right now, and I was happy from, like you said, from the league side and the players union side. You said it best, Kevin. They got together early, and that's why I think it was seamless. And the game right now is going so well, and they didn't mess it up, and I'm happy about it.
And you know what? I'll even go on. I'll take it one step further. I don't know if there's a professional league in the world right now that is in better shape in almost every aspect than the NBA. What do you think?
I totally agree, Kevin. Right now, we have a magical time right now in the NBA. Things are running well on the court and off the court.
He's off on the first. No good on the second free throw. Well, you look back at the Clippers and what hurdles they've had to jump through, and they've faced a lot of bad luck over the last couple years, especially with injuries.
You know, this team can't catch a break, and it always seems like it's when playoff time is around. Always, it seems like one of their key star players are missing in the postseason. It happens year after year. It stunts their title hopes. He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
And Beverly kicks to Bradley. Jordan with a screen on Harden. Here's Harris. They get it again. Can't hit from the low block. Rockets trail by 13. Paul passes to Ariza. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Williams.
Well, you have to think that he is going to look to go to the rim a little more often going forward because the three ball just hasn't been there. Sometimes it seems he's not getting his feet set or rushing his shooting motion, but either way, it just ain't falling.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And Bahamute comes in for Anderson. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Eric Gordon subbed in for Paul. Another miss by Houston. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. And that'll be his third foul so far. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. And then for Los Angeles, Marjanovic checked in for Jordan. Harrell comes in for Tobias Harris. And Teodosic subbed in for Gallinari. Now here's Harrell. He's got 6. Teodosic, the pass to Marjanovic. Good. Marjanovic has got 7 points in the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Nene outside. Back to Gordon. Lets it go with a 3. Second shot opportunity. Nene kicks to Mbaamute. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Rivers. Johnson with the defensive effort. Rockets trail by 13. Here's Gordon. They get a hand on it. Here's Teodosic. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The pass to Marjanovic. Here's Teodosic. 4 on the clock. Charity stripe shot. Williams can't get it to go. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that. What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
ISO Joe Johnson in his mid-30s, but he's still a closer. You need a game winner, put the ball in his hands.
Shooting 1.
And Joe Johnson, Steve, able to get his shot off anytime.
You know his nickname, Kevin, is ISO Joe. He has great size, and more than anything, it's his confidence. Trust me, he's very accustomed to scoring with a hand in his face.
Now here's Williams. 7 points in the game, and the shot goes down. Williams has got 9.
Not to be denied, you see the defender closing out. Williams pays him no mind.
Gordon kicks it to Tucker. Now here's Gordon, guarded closely. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And the story with P.J. Tucker is an interesting one. Was drafted back in 2006, played a year in the NBA, then hopped between a ton of different leagues in Europe before coming back to the NBA, Steve, in 2012.
Well, his journey has been definitely a long one, but Tucker learned a lot about what it takes to find success going overseas. He's been a player who does all the little things for a team since his return.
And that one misses. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
Man, Doc Rivers has quite the resume as a player and as an NBA coach. Won a title with the Boston Celtics, also a former Coach of the Year.
Now, here's Mbamute, following the miss by Lou Williams. Tucker with the ball, working on Williams. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. And with Rivers and the accolades he's had as a head coach, it goes a long way in how players and veterans want to play for him.
It is. Rivers has been in the league for such a long time. He has a lot of respect from his peers. Strong track record as a coach. Only missed the playoffs 3 times in his coaching career. He's a player's coach.
Both free throws good from Tucker. Clippers leading by 10. Pass to Teodosic. Here's Marjanovic, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Now here's Gordon. And Nene slams it in.
You look at that lead pass there. He just has such a great feel for the game.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Marjanovic. Over Nene. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Rockets trail by 10. Right side, Gordon. Here's Johnson. And the lead is down inside single digits. Johnson's got 9.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
LA has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And Harrell slams it in.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Gordon dishes to Tucker. Back to Gordon. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Gordon's got his second bucket of the night.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Marjanovic passes to Teodosic. High arcing shot. And it's blocked. Here's Harrell. The putback. Marjanovic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And how about the perseverance offensively? I mean, following up the missed shot, and that results in second and third opportunities.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 6. Kicks it to Tucker. In the corner, it's Gordon. Drains it from beyond the arc. Gordon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
So many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. When you've had his kind of success from beyond the arc, you're always going to have the green light.
Now here's Harrell. 8 points for him. And there's a whistle that goes on Luke and Baamute. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 18 seconds left here in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Williams. Second chance shot. And there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The Clippers have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. There's Gordon with the 3. Sinks the triple. Gordon's got 12 points in the game. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Clippers lead by 6. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on over in his huddle.
Let's get the pace back in the game. Let's get stopped. All right, let's move the ball. You don't like it, move it. Let's be aggressive.
And that's the point that Doc Rivers always emphasizes to his team. Don't hold the ball, run the offense.
Yeah, and good things happen when they work together. You know, individually, yeah, they have talent, but collectively, this group can dominate stretches.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Harrell is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Williams. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Teodosic in at the point. Now here's Gordon. And it comes off the front of the rim. Here's Teodosic. Now the feed to Williams. Passes it to Teodosic. Pick by Harrell. Off the pick. Teodosic, no good. Rockets trail by 8. And Tucker kicks to Johnson. To the middle. Here is Baamute. And the dunk by Baamute.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this lead, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And you can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He was very adamant in the huddle. He said, don't let up now. Stay aggressive and do the things that have gotten us this far. We're almost there, guys.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Chris Paul did a nice job with the pump fake, getting his defender up in the air.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Paul. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Jordan the screen, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help.
Rockets trail by 4. Screen by Capella. Back to Harden. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Here's Harden. Great D that time from Jordan.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Here is Harden. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Harden against Bradley. Kicks it out to Ariza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And it's 13 points for Trevor Ariza.
And that's his second triple of the game. Hadn't hit any in the first half. Maybe they made an adjustment at the break.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. And the Clippers lead by 6.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Anderson the screen. Harden dishes to Capella. Feeds it to Paul. Shot clock at 5. Fires from the wing. They get it back. Clippers leading by 6. Gallinari with it. He's picked up by Ariza. And Gallinari kicks to Jordan. Bradley against Harden. Bradley passes to Harris. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. For Houston, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Harden dishes to Ariza. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Bradley kicks to Gallinari. Over Ariza. And it's Gallinari missing.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Now, here is Gallinari. Following the miss by Trevor Ariza. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And they pick up 2.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Screen by Capella. Paul kicks to Harden. Ariza against Gallinari. From deep, Harden. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 4th rebound in this one. Gallinari wide open. Here's Jordan. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And you can see the second chance points now starting to be a major factor.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And that one misses.
And for DeAndre Jordan, he doesn't do a lot of things on the floor, but what he does do, he does extremely well, in my opinion. One of the best dunkers and finishers inside. He's also a fantastic rebounder on both ends.
The 3 from Bradley. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And it's a 10-point Clipper lead.
He fired up the Jets. Avery Bradley beats his man up court, took care of business.
Paul passes to Harden to stop the run, and the jam by Harden.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Now, here is Gallinari. Jordan with a screen on Ariza. Here's Gallinari, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Houston's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Paul dishes to Capella. Beverly against Paul, and good that time. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
You have to respect Chris Paul's ability to bury shots inside. He is so tricky with how he finds angles and ways to get shots over the defense.
The dish to Anderson. Launches a 3. A second chance effort. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Capella.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
I'm so surprised in a game this close. I know it's easy to criticize, but the defense has to be better in the fourth.
Now here's Paul following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. Here's Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists in the game.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They've done a great job, but they're not done yet.
Here is Paul after the Clippers pick up 2. He feeds it to Harden. Ariza outside. No good on the 3. Clippers leading by 4. And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. Offensive rebound. Bradley can't get it to go. Rockets have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Ariza has the open look. Hits the 3-point bomb. Ariza's got 19 points. And Los Angeles guys shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Beverly the pass to Gallinari. Jordan sets the pick for Gallinari. Jordan with a screen on Harden. Here's Bradley. Goes back up. Jordan can't get it to go.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
To take the lead. Harden can't hit. And Los Angeles guys shooting around 37% in the fourth quarter. The minutes starting to wear on them. And taken away by Paul. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Capella dishes to Paul. And it's blocked by Jordan. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Here's Anderson over Harris. Tries again. Capella kicks to Ariza. Over Gallinari. And there's Ariza. That's good on the assist from Capella. 1 points in the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Dishes it to Harris. Jordan the screen. Off the screen. Harris misses.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
The Clippers trail. Gallinari attacking over Ariza. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup. Harris has got 24 points.
Gaining more confidence. Tobias putting the team on his back at a crucial point in this game.
Harden the pass to Ariza. He kicks it to Anderson. Over in the corner, Paul. 6 to shoot. No good from the left block.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yep, trying to shoot himself back into this. Regain some confidence first. Now we can say it. He's a completely different shooter this half. Much more confidence, much more success.
Timeout called the Rockets. Without question, Avery Bradley displaying his skills today.
I mean, the ridiculous production from beyond the arc. They have to find a way to cool him down.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, DeAndre Jordan.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from James Harden. Beverly against Paul. Here's Gallinari. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
One thing DeAndre excels in is finishing putback dunks with some real style.
Houston's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Paul dishes to Harden. Anderson the screen. Here's Paul. Rejected by Harris.
You don't see a lot of block shots from Harris, so enjoy that one.
From deep, Harden. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch, and he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Now here's Beverly, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
How big is that? Or should I say, how big might that become? Just a brutal mistake.
There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter. Joe Johnson on the wing. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Tremendous composure on display. When they were down big, they did not panic. They just stuck with the game plan.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Man, at an important point in this game, that kind of turnover can really shift momentum.
Houston in the lead. We've got 1:13 left here in the 4th quarter. Paul kicks to Anderson. Over Jordan. He can't get that one to fall. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Poke loose. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Anderson passes to Harden. Yes!
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 4. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the 4th. There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. The 3 from Bradley. The Clippers getting another chance here.
DeAndre Jordan is just a physical specimen. An incredible defender and shot blocker, as well as a fearless and intimidating dunker.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And so they foul intentionally. Two points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
And they double up Paul. And here's Anderson for 3. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
The thing is, you want to do everything you can to help your team, and sometimes you just try to do too much.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
shooting 2, gentlemen.
He gets the first, and that puts them up by 5.
And the versatility Johnson offers, it can't be forgotten. I mean, this is a guy that can play 3 to 4 positions, a lights-out shooter who also has that clutch gene.
Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Every little bit helps. Outstanding work hitting those free throws.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
They need to work on getting a clean, quality look from the perimeter here. That should be their focus.
Here's Beverly. Harris outside. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
That was huge. You need a bucket? Who do you go to? A guy with a lot of skills and heart, Tobias Harris.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Locking down the W. It's got to feel good to him right now.
And Beverly kicks to Bradley. There's a good screen. Lets it go from deep. Sinks it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Only certain guys have the temperament to take this shot. Gallinari, one of them.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And the Rockets making a change here. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Huge shots. Tremendous job stepping up in a big way for them at the stripe.
A 3-pointer would be huge right now.
Imagine if they tied this thing up.
And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, what does a win like this do for you at this time of the season?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
We'll see if he can keep it going again. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.